Hello, parents. Dr. Pettinger here, Grace Christian School. I hope you are having a wonderful Thursday afternoon. We have a mega heat wave coming our way very soon. I hope that all of you have plans to stay indoors this weekend. It's a great thing that we have Labor Day on Monday and no school. That's going to allow kids to stay home and not be out in the heat and everything like that. So be ready for that. If you're not planned for it now, figure out something that you can do to stay cool over the weekend. Hey, we are in week 2 of back on campus and school starting and distance learning going on, day 9. This is some great stuff. It's pretty exciting to see everything that's going on and how things are progressing. So I have some things I want to go over. Our students are doing awesome. Our students in distance learning, our students at home are having a wonderful time. I've got an opportunity to talk to some of the distant learners as they've come through and did their testing yesterday and today and tomorrow. Some of them are having a good time at home with the things that they're working on. They want to be here. And our students here on campus are having a great time getting to come back to school and break the monotony of being at home. And you know what? You parents also are having a great time being able to send the kids to school. There's always great information in these videos. I want to remind you that you need to subscribe or ring the bell. It's at the bottom here. If you subscribe, you'll be notified immediately when a new content comes up. And if you ring the bell, you'll be told right then. And this is kind of how we are going to get information out to you every week, doing the live broadcast or recorded one. Parents, you are doing an awesome job of screening your children at home and keeping them there if they're not feeling well. I am so proud of all of you, and you're also communicating with the school. I just want to give you a little heads up. On Monday, we had 13 kids absent from school, and everybody would think, oh my goodness, that's a lot. So I went back last year, pulled up our attendance records, and we had 16 kids absent on the first Monday back. So the numbers are pretty comparison as far as what's going on. But parents, thank you so much. If your child's not feeling well, if they have any type of fever, please keep them home. We're going to talk a little about fevers and screening a little later on in the video. Also, if you listen to KFRN, you're going to have an opportunity to hear me. I was interviewed on that Christian radio station about our school opening, about the precautions that we're taking, and how we're working distance learning in with on-campus learning, and the opportunity to share with different people. I understand it's a Long Beach Christian radio station, but it does broadcast out to different parts of Orange County and everything. That's KFRN, and it's on the Community Outlook. And I'm very excited about that. Thank you for all the letters we've been receiving. I say letters, they're emails from parents thanking the teachers for everything that they're doing, the diligence that they're doing. Our teachers are working their tails off, and I couldn't be more proud of how they're doing. Also, I'll be the first to admit we've had some issues in distance learning last week, and it seems like a lot of those have been starting to work their way out. Parents, thank you for showing us grace. And our enrollment numbers are strong all the way across the board as a school. So that is terrific. As we talk about distance learning, we had a few hiccups, and some of those had to do with connectivity. And we kind of shared different concerns that I had. We've had some issues with Spectrum, some stuff here, some connectivity problems at your own homes. But we've made a conscious decision to make a large investment into our infrastructure here for our wireless networks, and we are doing a complete upgrade of our wireless that we're finding that we need to have a little bit more bandwidth across the spectrum of all of our grade levels. So we have ordered all of that equipment, and it's supposed to be getting installed next week. So I'm very excited about that. It's a great investment. And even when COVID's long gone, this will help us continue to grow into the future. So that is something that should help distance learners be able to see at least our end of stuff coming across a little bit more smooth as you're listening. Now, that doesn't fix connectivity issues sometimes you have at home with slow internet, or if you have multiple students working on it, or if one of the kids are playing a video game or something like that while you're trying to do your instructions. So that's something. Enrichments are starting next week for distance learners. You should start to be getting information from our enrichment teachers, Spanish, our music, and art, and computer. Those teachers will be notifying your students directly how they will be handling the enrichments. Some of those teachers will be setting up individual Google Classrooms that your child will need to log in and get their assignments and things of that. So that is starting, like I promised, next week. So that'll start on Tuesday. Those teachers will be sending out stuff, so please be looking for that. Picture Day is coming soon. Picture Day is a great day for our entire campus. Distance learners, you will be getting an email from us as setting up distance learning times when you can come in to get your picture taken. We are going to be practicing extreme physical distancing for our distance learners, and you'll have information. One distance learner will come in one door to get their picture taken. As they're going out the other door, they've sprayed, and the next distance learner will come in. It'll be very important that you're on time for your picture appointment. You can stay in your car until you're the next person to come up to the door. Pictures will be taken in the NPR room, so we'll be practicing extreme caution for all of our distance learners to come in. But we want you in all of our pictures. You're part of the school family. You're just not here right now. You're maybe like a relative on vacation or a relative who's in the service, and you'll be here very soon. So that's something else. Another great thing we're looking at for distance learners is we are looking at trying to create some type of game where our distance learners will pair up with their colleagues and their classmates on campus to have a couple of different games, and more about that will be coming next week. So that gives distance learning a recap. Thank you, parents, for bearing with us last week as we worked through some of those details. And from the emails I'm reading now, it seems like things are really starting to progress forward and getting better every day. Spiritware, I talked to you about Spiritware last week. We do one order a year. Here's the order form. It is on our website. If you want to order, you can send a check or cash with your child to the your child to their teacher. It'll come up to the office, and everything will get ordered all at once and distributed out to all the students. You know, one of the amazing things on our campus is our families, and PST really helps that, our parent support team. And you have seen them at our screenings and things like that when the kids are coming in, doing all different types of things. Those of you that were here last year saw some of the great things they did for Cinco de Mayo with package pickups and everything. But let me let you talk to the individuals who know it best. I think I can get Mandy and Sean on here. So Mandy, Sean, are you?
Hi, Grace Christian School. It's Mandy and Sean here with PST. We wanted to pop on and do a quick video and just answer any questions and let you all know what PST really is. And Sean,
yes,
what is PST?
Oh, I'm so happy you asked that. PST stands for the Parent Support Team. And what we do is help organize school events and fundraisers any way we can support the school.
Okay, now you might be wondering, well, who can join PST?
Anyone, really.
Anyone.
Moms, dads, grandmas, grandpas, aunts, uncles, your house pets, even your coup is a member.
Anyone who has a heart to help and serve is more than welcome to join the team.
Yes.
So you might be wondering, well, if I join PST, is that going to require a lot of my time?
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Being a member, you're already supporting the PST. Now, if you would like to volunteer some of your time, we would, of course, love and appreciate you. So, next week, your students will be going home with a letter all about PST because we are having our PST membership drive. It goes from September 8th to the 25th. On the second page here, it is our list of memberships. Whoever would like to be a member of PST, you fill this out, send it in with your $5. there is a box that you're going to check mark if you would like to actually volunteer at the school. So fill that out, check mark, and then we will begin getting into contact with you.
I heard you say $5. Is it only $5 to join the PST?
Can you believe it? Only $5. And this helps support lots of our events that the PST is in charge of. So the real question is, are you excited to join our PST team? We hope so.
We're excited to have you. Because you know why?
We put the cool in school.
Wow, thank you very much, Mandy and Sean. I wish I had my cool sunglasses here so I could be a part of that. PST is great. They do a lot. They support us with Red Ribbon Week. They give the kids things during that time. They honor our teachers during Teacher Appreciation Week. And PST is a vital part of the school. They help with the Jogathon, which we call Race for Grace. They help us with the magazine, Cookie Dough Drive, which you're going to be hearing some more about down the road. And they are an integral part of who we are. So parents, I highly encourage you to join PST. Yes, your crew is a member of PST. And my wife is a member and I'm a member. And if I'm not mistaken, I think one year our cats joined also. But it's a lot of fun. It's it's an indirect fundraiser for PST to be able to raise assets to be able to help them do what they do. So hey, I know the reason we're in this boat right now is because of COVID, so it would be irresponsible of me not to talk about it. So here is a symptom chart of COVID. And if you look closely at that chart, there are so many other things that can be related to COVID or originally present itself like COVID. Fever shows itself in strep throat and flu. This last week, I talked with our contact at the health department, and Orange County Health Department, ladies and gentlemen, have been so helpful with us. They are really trying to make a difference for your students, for our staff, for the safety of your family. We couldn't be more impressed with how they're handling things. And they brought up a thing that was pointed in the CDC, that the average student has 6 to 9 viruses a year. And those viruses present themselves first in the form of a fever. And some get a 24-hour flu. Speaking of flu, I just heard today on the ABC News that the first case of flu was presented in Los Angeles County this last weekend. So we try not to jump to conclusions with COVID. And I think that's important with you at home also, parents. If your child has a fever, we're keeping them home. We're doing all the precautions, and just continue to pull up this chart and look at it. It's on the Center for Disease Control. It's the common symptoms of COVID, and kind of look through there and watch where you're at. Let us know if you're keeping your child home and why. And that way we can pay extra special attention to that class and cohort as we continue through. Another big thing that the CDC is recommending that we talked to Orange County Department of Health about is screening. And I want to bring this up to you because I thought it was rather interesting. Right here, the CDC is not recommending universal screening for all students in grades K through 12 to be conducted by schools. Pretty much what we're doing, we're screening every day. And their reasoning is, a lot of times when you find a fever, the child's already infected others and infecting, that we're not going to be catching the kids who are asymptomatic. And we are going to continue with screening. We talked to the health department. They said that's fine. I believe right now it adds a level of peace for our parents who are bringing their kids on campus. And it lets you know that we're being proactive. We're watching it. And I think also it lets parents know not to be sending a child to school that might have a fever. Also, I want to remind you, moms and dads, make sure you're checking your children at home for these. And if you feel they're sick in any way, as hard as it might be, keep your child home. We are a team, and we are only as strong as our weakest link. Students who are sick for any reason need to stay at home. And parents, so far, we're 2 weeks into this. I think you are doing a wonderful job of showing that. And the parents who I've spoke to, who have kept their children home have been just gracious as we've talked through why the child is there. And I think that is going to allow us to continue to be the gold standard for bringing kids back to school on campus where they can socially connect with each other. As we wind out of COVID, let's talk about back to school night. Tonight's back to school night for our first grade through fifth grade. You should have received emails from your classroom teachers talking about where you'll be able to get the video link and be able to watch the back to school night that is presented to you from the the 1 through 5 teachers. Excuse me, I keep saying that. And then next week on Thursday will be junior high back to school night, and you should be receiving some correspondence from them very quickly as to information how their back to school night is going to be presented to you, how you'll be able to log on through different avenues, whether it be the Google Classroom or Zoom. We are having a couple of issues with Zoom right now and the ability to do widespread things. So be flexible. They're working through some of these things, and you will get information from Ms. Gasser as to how back to school night's going to be carried out for our junior high. Parents, thank you so much for tuning in. I've taken 16 minutes of your time. We are almost 2 complete weeks in the books. You can all take Monday off because you've done such a great job. Your kids are doing a wonderful job. And if you can send an encouraging note to the classroom teachers, I appreciate that. They are working extremely hard to make sure everything is being taken care of. And it's so great to see all of our kids on campus. It's great to be able to talk to the distance learners when they come in for their testing. I hope to see many of them when they come in for their photos. Benta, thank you for giving the thank you comment when I was talking about the COVID symptoms. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the thumbs up, everyone. And we were at a high of 14 visitors today watching live. And Brittany, thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. This is how we're relaying messages, and it seems to work pretty well. Oh, and Sean watched her own video. So Grace Christian Schools families, have a wonderful, restful weekend. Make sure you stay hydrated. Keep your kids out of the sun. If they're out there, put them in sunscreen, and just be safe. We love all of our kids. God is really providing us with a true hedge of protection on our campus. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.